Bro, I'm never gonna get my quarterback in a trade. Can you just turn down restrictions so he can cut him? So I can get my QB so I can play. Alright, as soon as I'm done with this game, I'll see if we can do a trade.
Unless I cut the cardboard and put duct tape into the inside. And cut piece of cardboard to like do as a centerpiece. I'm gonna need that box. I don't know if that stuff is coming in a box or not.
Mom, can I please get
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Carr now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. They go play action with Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 25 yards that time. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Carr. Buying time to his left. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
And they go play action now. Burrow throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run with Foreman. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. Now, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Out to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Play action. It's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Foreman. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw his Carr. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Burrow on play action, rolling to his left. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Second and 8 coming up. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Again, it's Burrow. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Devontae Smith, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on first down. An impressive catch by Waller. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Carr, he'll get this underneath to Jacobs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action. Now Carr. It's complete to Cole. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Foreman.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On third down, Burrow. Complete. Smith has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow on the move to his left.
Throw left side complete to Chase.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Now Burrow on first down.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. Down inside the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Now Foreman. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. Touchdown, Bengals.
Devontae Smith
from a yard out.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Well, they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. And the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Wide open receiver complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Oh, my God.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
On play action, it's Carr. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. To throw again on second down. Carr. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to make it fourth down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A carry for Foreman, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Again, it's Foreman. So he shifts past him. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
It's caught, Smith. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. NFL kickoff weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr.
Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, 63 yards. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And his throw is going to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as run. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Well, he bought as much time as he could there, but eventually his clock expired.
It certainly did, because they were bootlegging him out of the pocket, and I think he had some indecisions whether to run or throw. And that indecision, it wound up costing him in a big way.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he coughed it up. And the Raiders pick it up. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown.
Fucking challenge.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It was Anthony Averett who got him down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, Foreman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. First down. Here's Burrow. He's got Smith here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Up the middle they go. Foreman, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. The Bengals on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers, 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the lead will hold at 10. Well, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Carr going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Here's Carr.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Carr's throw going to be caught by Renfro. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Carr.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Now Carr.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Here we go with Burrow. And this one complete to Smith. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Bengals, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll be back home.
I appreciate y'all watching, man. I hope you enjoyed that game. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you can every time I go live, man. Like, share, and comment. Really helps with the algorithm so my videos pop up on people's timelines and that shit. Like, share, comment, man. Because it really does help. to go into my book for quite a couple plays. You had some nice catches. That one for the tight end. To your tight end. Was nice. I thought it was going to be an inside route, and it was an outside route. Are you trading anything?